just invited you. What you gonna do in these deals just to get the job off email? What? You gonna do it just to get the job off email?
Wow. That's one of those plays that you call and everything seems to happen exactly as it's scripted in the playbook.
I'm still gonna get some. What you gonna do? You gonna open early?
Marco, what you gonna do if you see your little brother get jumped by man babies?
I'm seeing stuff that was Chrissy.
It's gonna be a bloody summer.
East Coast, the 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New Orleans Saints. Set to get this one going. And we are underway from the Superdome. From the 6. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line. How about this for starting field position on your opening drive? 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Dalton. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a shot.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Saints march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Chargers. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because We don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Passing, it's Dalton. Airing it out deep for Smith. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Now, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Takes it at the 7. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Saints. Wants to try to end the PAT. And it's good to make it 15-14. 1-point game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert will drop this one off to Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 6-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Chargers 22, Saints 14.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Kamara trying the right side. Takes it to about the 37. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play fake. Here's Dalton. And his throw is incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. There's Chris Olave. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action here with Dalton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr. The Charger drive about to get going. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's got a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And that'll be incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, and it's 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw it through contact and short of the sticks.
Herbert throws complete to Williams. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now it's Herbert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. After the run, now Herbert to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Following the interception, Winston. Looking here for Smith downfield. They've got his man complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Play fake. Winston. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Winston again. It's Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Winston to throw for it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Room here to run. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. Herbert operating from the red zone. This is caught by Williams. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake.
Okay, they went for the fake, for the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with this to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Final play of the half here, Winston. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half. On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. They'll look to throw. It's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense, everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
First down, Justin Herbert. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going with what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. That really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Back to it after the pick 6. Winston. He's got a man complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one goes for 36 yards. Off the play fake, Winston. He's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, and now they're going to fake it. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead and, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. You see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Winston. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 44, Winston to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 3. Here's Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Winston. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw a 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Play action now, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. He completes it to Olave. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. To the air again with Winston. And this is caught at the 8. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Jameis to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now Herbert. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. On 4th down, Herbert. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. A give to Kamara running right. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A 10th carry for Kamara. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Here's Winston. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Winston to throw. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Winston. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. That's out to the flat for Ingram. And he is across and in for the score. And now they get tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
One last shot now for Winston. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. No flags. And there may be a play away from winning the football game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession